Hey, how's it going, everybody? So I just got back from the State House. Right after this introduction, we will jump into that, and then I go to the federal courthouse as well to discuss the document that we have. I will link in the descriptions the proof that the federal government has no jurisdiction in the state of New Hampshire and never has, and then we'll get into and then check the for the RSA. I will also have the RSA for you to read as well in the description of this video. So I hope people find it useful. I thought it was very interesting, the interaction at the State House. I talked to a few people. I asked some questions about why has this never been done? Who else should I talk to? They suggested I talk to the Fed, so that is why I went to the federal courthouse. That was interesting. It got a little crazy there, especially at the beginning. They were, he acted like he was cool, and then he tried to not even let me in the building, right? So, yeah, stay tuned. Check it out, everybody. Thank you so much. Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, I just went in there. I am here at the State House, and they told me to come back in 10 minutes. I wasn't recording. I had it on picture mode. And so I'm about to go back in there and get this certificate. What was interesting, and I wish I had on video, but I can just explain it, was that the lady was like, she's gone for the day. We can't do anything. And I was like, she told me I could come by and pick it up. I just had to pay $5. And she said, she didn't tell you had to put anything in writing? I just looked at the email. It does not say anything about putting anything in writing. The email was in writing, so I don't know what the difference would be there. And then she started shuffling papers around, and she pulled out the certificate. So they had the certificate right there ready and waiting for me, but for some reason, they did not want to give it to me. So here we are going to the Secretary of State's office. And of course we are here to pick up document regarding the ceding of any property in New Hampshire to the federal government as far as jurisdiction goes. And so I don't know what this document says. I don't know if there is something on file. There could be. There very well could be. We're about to find out. So we're back. How's it going?
So she's just finishing up the letter. Could I get a name and an address to put on that letter?
Yeah, it's Frank Negus, N as in Nancy, E-G-U-S. Staples is the last name.
Staples, I'm sorry.
Like the store, yeah. The address is 332 Merrimack Street, Manchester, New Hampshire, 03103. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. This is your cash receipt.
Oh, thank you so much. Excellent. Put tilt along there. Excellent. So, is there any way you could have it so that it says the substance of what I was asking? It doesn't actually, there's no way to tell what this
is exactly
this is
how
it?
we put them.
So we checked out this, no copy of a filing required by, none at all. So the federal government has not filed a single thing with the Secretary of State ever.
Not as far as,
Not as far as we have on record here.
right.
And, all right, so I guess that's it. Do you know why? Does anyone, who would I talk to? Who would know who about that?
I don't know.
Thanks. They're supposed to file a plan and accurate description with the Secretary of State if they're going to have jurisdiction ceded to them. And seeing as they've never done that with a single property here in New Hampshire, then the federal government has no jurisdiction here in New Hampshire.
Yeah, Joe Haas had the same, do you know Joe?
No.
No, he had the same issues, and we just don't have that information. So I don't know who you would.
It would reach out to the federal government, I would assume, right?
Probably.
Because you guys, it's not up to the state.
Yeah,
And what's your name?
Dave Scanlon.
Scanlon.
Yep.
Frank Staples.
Yep, nice to meet you.
Nice to
Frank.
meet you, sir.
Yeah, so, I don't know if the federal courthouse right down here on the corner of Pleasant Street, if there's somebody in there.
Maybe they have something.
Talk to you about that.
Okay, good idea.
Otherwise, could contact somebody in the congressional delegation.
All right, and you said somebody else has raised this issue?
Joe Haas.
Haas, how do you spell that?
Haas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was his?
He has been around for many, many, many years, like probably 30 or more, and he just he comes in on issues mostly federal related, asking some good questions. And do you know where Joe lives now? Seems to be he was up around the lakes originally.
I don't know anymore. No.
Yeah. You might find him if you Google him.
In 2020,
Joseph?
Joe, Joseph, Joe, Haas.
120.
He's getting up there in years now, but he still comes by.
Yeah, I'd be interested to hear what he has to say about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll head over to the federal court. I appreciate you guys' help and expediency in this. And yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Okay, good
Awesome.
luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Take care. So there you have it, folks. What this says is we have checked our records and do not find a copy of the filing required by RSA 123.1. So I will take a picture of this when I get home and I will share it to everywhere, all the different social medias. And yeah, I got to go talk to the team and see what they have to say and what they think about this. But this is gold right here. It's got the gold seal, and this is absolute gold. Absolute gold. Have a good day. Thank you. So yeah, we see everybody gathering for the eclipse. They got their glasses, their magical glasses. Excuse me. So yeah, that's it, everybody. I'll keep you updated on what happens tomorrow and what we do with this document here. I'm probably about to head over and talk to the federal courthouse and see what they have to say about it, because this video and this document is all going to be new exhibits to the motion to dismiss. So hope you all enjoyed and wish us luck. Thank you. All right, everybody. Here, flip around. We will lock that tilt. And we're gonna go in here, ask a few questions. You can consider this Exhibit B. And of course, we did hear the federal government claim that they have some sort of posting at the front of the door, and in conjunction with the rules and regulations governing behavior on federal property. How's it going today, sir? Good, sir. Thank you.
You can't go in with that camera.
What do you mean?
Actually, you can't go in there. There's no recording in there. So if you need somebody...
Where does it say that? There's nothing posted.
It's inside and you're aware
It
of
says actually, no, it actually says you can record in the lobby.
Not anymore, you can't.
What do you mean?
You can't. If
Let me
you
see
want,
the
I'll call-
let me see
no,
the poster.
I'm
Does the
gonna
poster not say that?
What I'm saying to
I'm
you-
documenting this for my case tomorrow.
Okay. If you want, I'll call the clerk if you need
Call the
somebody
clerk,
to come
yep.
down. Yep. But you have to stay out here with that.
Call the clerk.
Yep.
I have to stay. Is the poster still up there?
You stay out here. You can't,
I'm.
you can't-
Listen,
no.
that's fine. I will look however I want. I'll look and see. Yep, the poster's still there. Go look. Third paragraph, second to the last thing. Can you go check that for me? It says we're allowed to photograph in the lobby.
No, that's not what we were told. So
Well, that's what that rule says.
if you need somebody from the clerks, we'll
If
call
you
them and
can,
have
I
them-
do need them. Yes, I do
we'll
need.
call them and they can meet you right out there.
That's fine. Go for it. I'm asking you to verify that that says right there that I can film on federal property. Right here. Look. Photographs for news, advertising, and commercial purposes. Correct? Wait, can you admit to this, sir? CFR 102-74420. It says we're allowed to film in the lobby, the corridors, everywhere, the auditoriums. Yeah, right? It does, correct? Where's the other sign that says no recording that is allegedly supposed to be here? Because I don't see anything. This, 83.8 for the judge, magistrate judge. They do have local rule 83.8 here. And there are exceptions as well, which they don't like to use. They don't like to follow their own rules. They want us to follow rules that don't exist. They won't let us follow the rules. The rule says we can film. Does it not, sir? I understand that, but that just shows that you will not admit to the facts. The facts. Right here. Right there. Photographing for news, advertising, and commercial purposes. You cannot have contradictory signs posted. You can't go against. That's like saying the Constitution says one thing, you got all these rights, but then, no, you guys, you don't have them because we made up this rule. That's not how it works. The supreme law of the land. I know you know, and you guys, you all agree, you all know that I'm right. You're just following your bootlicking orders. Again here, public forum. Public forum for the citizens of New Hampshire. This is their dedication, hard work, and vision have resulted in a dignified, functional, and pleasing public forum for the citizens of New Hampshire. I am a citizen of New Hampshire, and you guys have zero jurisdiction whatsoever, and that's why I'm here. This is from the Secretary of State. New Hampshire RSA 123.1 is about the ceding of jurisdiction to the federal government. The federal government is required to put an accurate plan and description of the properties that they want ceded to them. And they have to file that with the Secretary of State. This is from just earlier today. There has never been a single thing filed by the federal government for any property here in New Hampshire, whereas the federal government has zero jurisdiction in New Hampshire. We have state sovereignty. Look at the Constitution. So if you don't have jurisdiction, what does that mean? This is all play acting. And again, this 83.8 is for civil matters. The scope of those rules, which that is within, is for civil matters. Okay? So this 83.8 does not negate this. Civil matters or people that are involved in a hearing, and I was not involved in the hearing that I was here to record that day. Get the Homeland Security down here. Have them arrest me again if that's what y'all want to do. Can do this all day, every day. Yeah, I need to find out why nothing's been filed and who's supposed to file to receive jurisdiction here. Why wasn't any plan or anything filed with the state of New Hampshire? You guys want us to follow the damn rules and you can't even follow our laws here in this state. Therefore, you don't belong here. Once you don't do that or it ceases to exist, all jurisdiction reverts back to New Hampshire. Complete jurisdiction. And even if it was ceded, it is concurrent jurisdiction. This is part of my case documentation. Thank you. Even the Secretary of State, they didn't even know. They're like, we don't know why none of this has ever been done. You know, some petty thing like this, and the federal government can't even follow its own procedures and requirements of the states, the United States, that it is supposed to bring together under one banner. Unbelievable. And without approval of the court. You can get approval of the court, but they won't give you approval. They make it seem like you can get approval, but they won't let you get approval, will they? Because they're using stuff like this. It's an as-applied challenge. The rules on their face are legitimate and legal and constitutional. It's the way they're being applied here that is unconstitutional. Because, like, both of you have refused to come over here and even look and acknowledge to me on camera that we're allowed to photograph in the lobby. Why is that? Is that what you were ordered to do? Will you get fired if you admit on record and recognize that this governs the rules and regulations on conduct on federal property? So if I'm allowed to do something on federal property, how is it that someone can tell me I'm not allowed to do something on federal property? But that law, that order is lawful, even though you're telling me not to do something that is lawful. I know. Dead to rights. It's tough. It's embarrassing. And the commander who was here last time, very embarrassing the way that he handled that situation. Trying to go toe-to-toe with me and bicker and argue. Not a good look. Not very professional. You guys are doing great. Those Homeland Security guys, I don't know what's up with them and where they got their training. I got to give you guys credit, and I always have. The federal, you guys are just like so on point the way you do things for the most part. But when it comes to something like this, then nobody wants to acknowledge it and say, oh, yeah, it does say that. Because what can they say? If they say that, then the whole thing is over with. The whole controversy is dead in the water. Are not all powers derived from the people? The power to record and create a record? Cameras everywhere? You guys get that power from we the people. And if we gave you that power, then we have that power. 9th and 10th Amendment. Nullification. You guys should know about that if you don't.
Said that if you don't want to comply with coming into the building, you go see them. You can go to the Dropbox outside and do your filing update.
I had questions for them. I can call, I guess.
No, it sounds to me like you have to, like you just said, you have to comply with taking your stuff off and coming in and go see the clerks.
So the clerk said that I have to take my stuff off.
That's right.
And she won't come down here anymore to serve me.
That's what the person I spoke with said.
What was her name?
I didn't get the name.
You don't know who you just spoke
I
to?
just spoke to a gentleman by the name of Matt Pennington who works for the clerk's office.
Matt Pennington.
That's right.
Thank you.
And so his information was from them. If you want to go down to the clerks, you have to comply, go through screening.
I will not comply. You know better than that. I'll be back for the late night Dropbox, gentlemen. Take it easy. So, there you have it, folks. You fuck around, you fucking find the fuck out. Now, we could see how that went down, and we all know what the fuck time it is, and they know what the fuck time it is too. Okay? Why wasn't I just arrested? Why wasn't I just arrested? Okay, why didn't they start giving me orders not to film? Why? Because they know it says we're allowed to do it right there on the fucking wall. Okay? And they know that their bullshit 83.8 is civil scope. Civil fucking scope. Fuck the fuck around and find the fuck out. Signing off.